honor and privilege to be here today to recognize Gary on the occasion of his retirement from the CCAC. And you see some presentations we have here. I'd like to invite Don Everhart to make a few remarks and make his presentation to Gary. If you could, yes, please.
Let me up there.
Come on up here.
I wasn't prepared to give remarks today, but I just want to say to Gary, it's not going to be the same without you here, and it's going to be hard for me to see the committee without you here. We really appreciate what you've done for us, and I thought you've always had the committee's best interest in heart when you made your decisions, and I thought you made good decisions, and I wish you the best of luck. My description on, Gary liked that design I did for Monuments Men, which wasn't picked. It says, art is the activity of free minds, I think.
Visual evidence.
There's a visual evidence of free minds. So I put to a fellow artist with a free mind, Gary. And he requested this from me, and I'm glad I gave it to him. I think he got what I was trying to say with this reverse design. I'm not sure not a lot of other ones did, but Gary got it.
Thanks, Don. So in January 2011, I became the acting director of the United States Mint, and shortly thereafter was my very first CCAC meeting. And my involvement with the CCAC before that was rather limited. But then, as the acting director, I meet with the CCAC for the first time, and I'm saying, oh, we got a problem here. The relationship was not on solid ground. The committee had gone off and produced a blueprint of recommended actions. I read that in full detail and took it to heart. And over the next several years, we set about to implement each and every one of those actions. Gary's leadership at the CCAC is defined by the blueprint, and the help that he received from others here in the room and those who have already ended their time with the CCAC really came to drive our roadmap over the last 4+ years. So, Gary, I just want to thank you personally for the time you've spent with me, coaching me, bringing me up to speed on artwork and American coinage and how to, what the word iconic really means. What is the iconic image of the theme that we put on our coins? And how do you capture that spirit with one or two small emblematic devices? So your time and commitment in educating me, I will be eternally grateful. Thank you very much. I'm going to introduce Red here in just a minute to make the presentation. But you have asked to have the Sue Key Medal, which was one of your first Congressional Gold Medal designs that you were the chair of the CCAC for, to be on your presentation. This is the program from the ceremony where she was honored, and we're going to get you one of these as well. Thank you. So, it's my pleasure to introduce our Principal Deputy Director, Red Jetson.
Thanks, Dave. I was thinking about the timeline when you mentioned that Gary's been here for 8.5 years, so that means I've been here for the last half year. So there was 8 years that preceded me being here. And so I thought it was appropriate that Dick kind of give the remarks, but I want to make a couple observations real quick. I came from a different agency prior to coming here, and we had 2 committees there that we were required to run. And then there were a couple more that I actually sat on by statute where I was. And when you look at how well this committee functions here with your team, it really is a role model. I've had an opportunity to see, and sometimes I'm afraid that if some of our fellow citizens saw how the committees functioned or were attended or got out of business, they'd be a little bit baffled or maybe even disappointed. But I can tell you wholeheartedly that I'm so impressed with the way that staff and committee members work together to really do the work of the people here. So with that, I think that we can attribute that function in no small part to Gary and his leadership while he was the chair and also as a member of the committee. So with the deepest of gratitude from the United States Mint and to the extent we represent the American public at large, thank you for what you've done, for your contribution of time, sacrifice, intellect, and talent to the Mint. So again, thank you, Gary, and you'll be sorely missed here as a member of this committee. Thank you.
Let me read the citation here that's on the presentation. The United States Mint Certificate of Distinguished Public Service presented to Gary Marks in gratitude for your distinguished public service to the Secretary of the Treasury and the United States Mint as both a member and chairperson of the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee. In recognition of your exemplary advice on themes and designs for the nation's coinage and metals, on commemorative coin vintages, and the events, people, and places deserving of commemoration on coins. Your exceptional work has both advanced the hobby and has helped the United States Mint fulfill its mission, ensuring that each coin and metal connects every American to our nation's greatness and future hope. Signed, Rhett Jepson, Deputy Director. I'll let you make the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Gary Marks.
The dollar right coin.
Chairwoman Lyman, distinguished members of the CCAC, Principal Deputy Director Jepson, Deputy Director Peterson, and the amazing Mint staff, let me address you all as friends. My wife Lori was unable to be here today, yet it was because of her and her support over all these years that I was able to serve. While I was working here with all of you, she was back at home taking care of life. It would not be possible for me to adequately express the thankfulness I have for her and her support of me. Likewise, it would be impossible to communicate all that I am feeling now and also fully express the debt of gratitude I feel to each and all of you. So I will focus on just a few of the most essential points. First, it is with great appreciation and thanks I received this handsome plaque. This recognition will occupy a special place of display, both on a physical wall and in my heart. It is the tradition of outgoing members to select a medal produced during their tenure to be displayed on their service plaque. For me, the choice was fairly easy. I chose the Aung San Suu Kyi medal, designed and sculpted by Don Everhart. Of all the congressional gold medals the committee has helped create during my tenure, the medal awarded to Suu Kyi as a defender and champion of liberty speaks most deeply to me. For me, Suu Kyi stands as a living Miss Liberty. Thus, a theme of liberty well and beautifully executed explains my selection of the Suu Kyi medal. There is another design that I want to highlight as particularly special to me. In fact, of the thousands of designs this committee considered and evaluated during my 8+ years of service, Don Everhart's Free Minds design, prepared as part of the Monuments Men Congressional Gold Medal program, stands as the most personally impactful design to me. The best art has the ability to speak to your sensibilities, and in some instances to reach out and grab your heart. Don's design grabbed my heart about something near and dear to me: art. The inscription, "Art is the visible evidence of the activity of free minds," so eloquently communicates the link between art and its literal and evidentiary place in human freedom. The design's beautiful portrayal of the symbols of art, visual art, performing art, and literature drive home that point. And the butterfly, symbol of beauty, grace, peace, complexity, and delicacy, is the perfect image to represent the soul of fine art. In many ways, the design speaks to the essence of what we do as a committee and staff team. We are all players in the conveyance of art, the evidence of free minds, to the nation and world. And for me, in my service here, as many of you have heard me say so many times, it has always been all about the art. Don graciously agreed to sign this design for me, and it will occupy a space next to my service plaque. And it will serve as a prized memento of my work here with the committee and my service to the United States Mint, and by extension, the nation. For the balance of my remarks, I want to talk about what we did and how my service changed me. First, what we did, and more precisely, what we accomplished. Cultural anthropologist Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed people can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." Friends, we changed the world of American numismatics. We changed the artistic narrative that is so routinely and frequently encountered by our nation's people through coins. The magnitude of that accomplishment is truly immeasurable. Well done. Well done. In early 2011, this committee published the blueprint for advancing artistic creativity and excellence in United States coins and medals. And with follow-through often uncommon in government, the Mint staff embraced and implemented the blueprint's recommendations, every one of them. The changes were many and meaningful. The design process moved from sales and marketing to a division focused on the Mint's sculptor engravers and a focus on art quality. The sculptor engravers were moved upstairs from the basement in Philadelphia to a location more suitable for artistic pursuit. The Mint conducted a call for artists that resulted in the addition of 20 or so new members of the Artistic Infusion program. The role of the CCAC was expanded to include input on design themes prior to the execution of designs. And most importantly to me, the Mint and committee now enjoy a relationship that allows the free exchange of numismatic expertise and ideas on a broad range of issues. The result of those changes are well known to all of us. Examples of design excellence now fill the pages of the typical program portfolio. The portfolio from this meeting is Exhibit A on that. Better coins and medals have been the result, and I am very proud that I've been given permission to give some proof about that. I am able to announce that The Coin of the Year Awards, run by the Crosby organization, has just very recently named in 4 of the 10 categories that they award United States Mint coins for nomination. That is a huge accomplishment, and that is the first nominations the Mint has received since 2009. We are on our way, folks. And that accomplishment of better coins and medals is so important. The designs on United States coins and medals are more than simple illustrations on metal discs. They are expressions of the values, aspirations, and shared heritage of our nation. They serve as illustrations to the world of the essence and the story of America. Therefore, the designs on United States coins and medals necessarily must be of quality and must reflect the inspiration appropriate and befitting the ideals of our great nation. The products of the United States Mint over the years since the blueprint have increasingly met that challenge, and I am heartened to leave my post now seeing a new legacy of design excellence, building and rolling strongly and powerfully ahead into the future. But the work is never done. The issuance of the 24-karat gold high-relief Liberty coin was a great success and stride forward for our team. And the silver medal of the same design, if ultimately produced in 2016, will be a success of several more magnitudes. Of that, I have no doubt. I urge the committee to keep recommending steps that advance artistic creativity and excellence. The proposed Art Medals program remains a powerhouse of innovation just waiting to be released. I urge the Mint to make the program a reality. Let our artists explore and create. The positive collateral impact on America's coins and medals will be tremendous. Of that I also have no doubt. So now finally, how this experience has changed me. Artist and author Flavia Whedon is quoted as saying, "Some people come into your lives and go quickly. Some stay a while. Awaken us with new understanding, with the passing whisper of their wisdom, and leave footprints on our heart. And we are never, ever the same." Oh my, how each of you has helped stir a change in me. And now you will leave footprints on my heart. Collectively and individually, you've educated me in the elements of design, medallic arts, minting processes, and American history. It has been such a rich education. And along the way, my work with each of you, the opportunity to gain from your knowledge, the constant exposure to art, through that process, something special happened in me. You, each of you, in a multiplicity of ways, has helped me rediscover my own creativity. Perhaps without knowing it, you helped me learn, again, something I'd lost in childhood. How to express myself artistically. It has been an amazing journey to first rediscover my art and then to pursue and grow in it. I paint colorful abstracts with oil on canvas, create something I call wall sculptures, and for the past 2 years, I've been focused on medallic design and the creation of silver art medals. So know this, while you're carrying on the work of producing the nation's coins and medals, I will be busy with my newfound time, producing my own artistic creations and feeling grateful for all that you have invested in me. More than anything, I cherish the many friendships I have in this room. Please know that regardless where life takes each of us from this point forward, that my heart holds a special place for each of you. And as you carry forward now, please, please never forget